Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, the land of the two suns. I don't know, like, there's a sunset happening over there, which is cool. Now, I thought that was maybe another, like, the moon or something, but that disappears. So I don't think it's the moon. The moon looks like it's right above my camera, and I just can't look up that high. That's what it looks like, the glow coming from above. So, I don't know. No, maybe it's just, maybe they don't intend on people looking at the skybox. Maybe that's how it goes. We got progress being done on the pipes, right? Trying to get this out there so we can start expanding this town a little bit more out this way. And we got progress going in on all sorts of things. Got good progress on this pipe, looks like. Good progress on this storage. Doing all right. I need to stop the imports. You see the money dropping crap. Stop the imports on steel. I've been buying steel because I need it to expand my farms and stuff. So get people to move in through over here. I've got this warehouse shifted to low priority since they're kind of giving these things equal weight, and we totally don't need this. We don't need this done until the fall. So this is the biggest priority. That needs to be a thing, and there's 40 tons of steel that needs to be happening right there. Today, I'd like to set up the accessory, I guess we'll go with, to the farms. And you really need fields for this, and it's much better, much easier to get this if you have edification, which is why I've been also pushing towards getting edification before as well. And field study, right? I really need more professors, okay? The fact that only one professor can only teach 2 students at a time, it sucks. I don't like it, okay? I wish this was a better ratio, okay? But in any case, we definitely need more research because I really want to get into on fuel and stuff too. So I need to do that. We're going to get fuel and then we're going to get edification, all right? To go along with edification, and part of the plans of edification is we're going to have a little area right over here. And I want a really big storage because I have a feeling we're going to need a lot of it. So I'm going to grab the waste. We're going to go with a large dump with claw machine railway, okay? We're going to do one of these railway ones, and to set this up, where should it go? Probably right here. Probably right here is where it should go. We're going to set it up on... Oh, you know what? I don't want it to be on that side, though. The thing is, like... So I'm trying to figure out where my rail is going to be. So this is the farm rail, and the same train that uses the farm rail is also going to be managing the moving, the long distance moving of fertilizer. I just gave it away. We're doing fertilizer here, yeah. So I think it's going to be like a 4-way junction here. This rail is going to continue straight eventually because this field, these are all temporary, right? At least that's the idea anyway. If it ends up not being temporary, then we'll at least have a rail that winds around and goes that way. So I'm thinking we're probably going to set this, let's put it, which rail? I think we should probably go in on the left side rail so that it's not in the way of the factory. So I think we'll use the left side rail here. So let's maybe go like that with it. Okay. This is a really big dump that's going to be responsible for... Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, that's got to be a bug. Notice the resources. Sorry, maybe you're out of the loop here. The resources needed to build this. Dump with claw machine large, right? Concrete, gravel, asphalt, steel, mechanical components, etc. Look at this. It's 0 on gravel, concrete, and asphalt. I think that's a bug. I'm gonna report that bug. I think that's not intended. We will use it this once. Because I'm not going to, wait to build this and before the bug's fixed. Like, oh, okay, I'll just, postpone my videos until you fix it. No, we're going to keep going, and then when they fix it, they fix it. So we're just going to have this one for now. I'll try to use this sparingly until that's fixed. We'll say that I need to get here. So the food, alcohol, crops section has a new building. There's 2 of them, actually. Synthetic fertilizer factory utilizes chemicals and water to create synthetic liquid fertilizer. This is pretty good, but it's obviously going to produce hazardous waste. I would rather use a composting plant. Now, this uses a lot less chemicals, way less chemicals. It produces 12 tons of pollution per year, which will not be a problem for where we are. And I'm kind of thinking I want to have some kind of I wish I could output. Maybe we'll just use a truck for this. Truck picks it up here and brings it in here directly. Because the thing is, the storage, the internal storage on this plant here is pretty small. It's only 39 tons for the internal storage here. And yeah, it's just not good enough for me, you know? And come to think of it, I'm looking at this. This is big container export. So it's looking to me actually that trains can't even move fertilizer. Right? Or maybe they can. How do they move it? How would they move? Oh, you know what it probably is? Oh, I got it. I know how this works. Okay. So we're going to say, well, I don't think I do know how it works. So here's what I'm looking for. I'm sorry for stuttering, but like this is what I'm looking for here. I want pause. I want money. I want money first. We are out of money. This number's bigger. We could use the bigger number, right? Everyone likes bigger numbers. 12, 4, 12, 4, 0. Well, we'll roll this one first. 1, 2, 2, 9, 6, 5, 5. Okay. And then I'll just roll this one too. And we'll make this one like 880 or something. That's fine. 880 and then 797 918. All right, so this is what I'd like for this area, okay? Biological waste gets dumped here. Delivered via train or delivered via trucks, doesn't matter. It gets dropped here. Then we're going to pull that out. We're going to process it into fertilizer, and then we dump it into large containers. Because the big containers are what this stores it in, is what I can see, right? Big containers. Composting plant works with big containers for the export, okay? There's only one factory connection to this building, which is kind of confusing me because this needs to pull resources in and then export a completely different resource in a completely different type of container. You would think that you would want two factory connections on this building, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. So I either have to choose whether or not trucks have to continuously bring compost over to another place, or whether or not they need to. I think that's what we have to do. Like, we have to tell them that you have to continuously, like, it's going to be a wait till loaded kind of thing with a truck. It's the only thing I can think of here. Because otherwise, I'm going to have one of these. One of these is what I was looking for. These are container transfers, which the fertilizer plant can actually push into this. So I can have more storage for my fertilizers, which is what I wanted. But there's 3 factory connections on this. So multiple things can push it into there, but the composter only has 1, so I can't connect to both of these at the same time unless I use forklifts, and I ain't doing that. So I guess my option here is I'm going to have a dedicated garbage truck that's just moving back and forth between the farm and... Because I assume the farms are what has it. I haven't used the system before, right? So the farms are an import. 75 tons of fertilizer there in an import. Okay, so I guess that's what's going to happen. We're going to have to import the fertilizer with a dedicated truck off of this building and not have the other thing. Okay, I mean, if that's what I got to do, then that's what I got to do. So we'll have yeah, if that's the case though, then we should put this somewhere else. We should maybe have it closer. Of course, it's about buses too, because it needs workers. Yeah, okay, tell you what, here's what we'll do. I know, I'm being indecisive now. Everything's gonna come together, I swear. We're gonna set this to be here. Okay, right here instead. Yeah, that should be enough room to get it over top of the road later. So we'll do it like this here. Then we're gonna grab our composter. There it is. We're going to have this connected on this side like so. Okay, it's going to be about here. It's going to pull in the waste because that's going to be a higher volume. And then it's going to export via truck on the other side. So we should see something like this should be okay. All right. And then the rail network that we're going to use to bring biological waste here will come off of this side. You know, come from this direction, basically. Well, one of them will bypass it. If you're going to go past it, then you can. Like from this side. Let's not connect, please. There we go. Nope, nope. Stop right there. Yep. And then this goes around like so. And then this hugs like that. All right, so the train comes in from that side. And I don't think it'll be the same train as the crop train. They're two different things because I need waste trucks to haul the fertilizer. And I need... So this will have to be hooked up to the distribution network, is right here. This is going to be distribution. This is going to be farm train. I separate those two. That's just my style. It's just how I work. So this train track right here is not connected to the overall train network, with the exception of this here. But we're changing this because on this side, the farm train is going to be very long. So the farm train will end up being longer than this. Let me just measure this really quick. So farm train from here to here is 196. That's a really long station. It may not work the way I thought it was. I was hoping to have this be kind of set off to where it's one way. So a train that comes in on this side would be long enough to spawn on this side of the... Yeah, a train that comes in from this side would be long enough to spawn on this side of the track, but that's not going to happen. There's a chance that farm train will decide to keep going and go all the way around this nonsense instead of just turning around. I really hope that that's not the case. I might need to disconnect this track on this side, which if I got to do it, then I got to do it. That's why I didn't go further on this side, but I had plans for these 4 tracks going around here, and I may not use them all because of that. Because I want those 2 trains separated, but there's really no reason for the farm train to not... Yeah, there's no reason for the farm train to go through this. Because otherwise, if it does, then it's going to be on this track and it can't get back. So it's going to absolutely turn around. It's the only way. And distribution has no reason to come in here because then it's only going to go this way. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be fine. There's no reason for them to actually pass through the station on that track. There's not going to be any logistical reason for it. Okay, so composting plant here. We're going to get there, I swear. And then bus stop, you know, I could do a free one over here for now, I guess. We could say a bus stop goes in like right here. We do all free stuff. Free bus stop, walking paths that are made of dirt, right? It's all free stuff. It's already set up and ready to rock. I like it. And then, can I not do... Oh, right here. A dirt road brings them back onto the main road. Like that. Okay? Piece of cake. So we'll get people out here as well. And I want this made, and this made. Medium is fine. Yep, medium is fine. So here's the workflow, right? We got all these fields. And we're going to try our best to make as much compost as we can to help with the fertility of these fields. And this compost will need to be taken to the farm, I think. So it's going to be basically a truck, a garbage truck, large container garbage truck that goes from here, loads up until full, brings it here, goes back, and it just keeps doing that over and over. That's its only path. We're going to need gas stations in this area because there's a lot of farm vehicles, and I think a full gas station is going to be necessary. So I'm going to go with one of these full-on gas stations. Putting it right in the center would be kind of cool, but I think I'll have it sit over here for now. So big full-on gas station can be right on the corner here. That's going to get in the way of the train. Let's make sure it doesn't. It's going to hop over top. I think we're going to curve over top of this. To be safe, though, I should put it on this side. If it'll fit. Which, it doesn't look like it's going to fit. This technically works. Oh, I need an excavator. I don't have a free excavator? Wow. Well, we'll put it over here then, because we're gonna need a gas station over on this side. So, as the guys are doing their thing, they'll be over, and we're just gonna set one like right here. Okay, so that's a gas station, and then over here we could just maybe provide fuel to it, but nah, I'm gonna do another fuel station over here, providing it to 2 sources though. Yeah. Like, a gas station really close to this makes no sense because you can just directly deliver here. And there's also a fuel input, looks like. There's a pipe input here. I am wondering if you pipe... Do we pipe liquid fertilizer directly into here? Is that how that works? Or is this for oil? They're the same mechanism, right? They're the same area. Like this tank can store liquid fertilizer. So I think you would use this as like a fertilizer storage tank, and then you'd feed it directly into the farm. I think that's how that would work. But you can't do that with compost because it needs to be hauled in by truck. Compost goes on the big containers. Okay, so that takes care of that part. Now we just need them to build it. The prison is done. Everything is delivered here. We just need heat, right? We just need to make sure that people don't die when they go here. So we're still working on the heat exchanger. Do you guys ever just sit back and watch your cities? I mean, that's what I've been doing for a little bit. I just find it awesome. You know, I just find it awesome to just sometimes just take a break from just clicking things and trying to plan things out and just watch what you've already created, you know? Instead of just placing it and saying, okay, it's there, and then moving on. It is just, I understand, okay, computers, right? There's, you know, you have the whole, you know, trillions of calculations per second, that kind of thing, right? I understand that. But it's still fascinating to me how all of this stuff can just be running on its own. Each of these citizens being, you know, like, let's pause it just for a second, okay? Each of these citizens being simultaneously simulated, right? I can click any one of these and see a name, an age, a lifespan, what they want, whether or not that what they want has been satisfied or not, right? All this stuff, right? Their unsatisfied prayer. They have all these different stats, and all this stuff is being tracked in real time for all these different citizens. I mean, and then the vehicles and the resources. I mean, this pump jack is pumping out a certain amount. That's not a pump jack. That's a pump jack, right? It's pumping out a certain amount, but I am noticing this too. 173 is not great, so why don't we change that too? So I have this extra line right here that I've had pending, right? It's been a pending construction line for a while because I didn't know if I needed it, but it looks like I stopped it a long time ago with, I never assigned it again, right? I didn't stop the construction. When I wiped the jobs, I never reassigned it. So it's been sitting here without a construction office. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and just do this. The thing is, I'm not sure we have enough resources to really make that happen because mechanical components have been something that's been plaguing me here for a bit. If I take a look at my... Yeah, they're going to work on this, but I feel like they've got that delivered, but do they have the... See, mechanical components are what's needed here. That's what it was. And I'm not seeing them deliver it, or I'm not seeing them grab it. So chances are it's because of... Okay, so there's no mechanical components. I'm going to have to buy them. I'll allow it, I guess. We'll allow it. And then maybe grab a little bit of steel. Just a little bit of steel for now, okay? I'll let you spawn like 3 jobs, and then I'm going to stop it. Okay, that's it. No more steel after that. Steel, steel, and steel. Okay. Also, right here. What are you guys doing? Yeah, so this is my dedicated, right? Dedicated crops and chemicals. Let's actually take a look at that because these guys have been running. It's not just those 3 trucks. There are currently 7, I think, 7 trucks that are dedicated to bringing crops to this area. So there's a lot more than just that office. And we have a ton of clothes ready to go. We haven't been exporting them, so this is my truck that exports clothes. I've been kind of like letting it sit here, and it's been getting repaired and stuff too, which is cool. I hit it launch to go ahead and sell clothing, but I also have it come back here after every sale because I don't want to oversell clothing. At this point, though, there's enough clothing being made, so I can delete this stop and just let this dedicated truck go ahead and do that, which is pretty nice, I gotta say. Pretty nice indeed. Handling the hazardous waste, okay. Edification is the thing I'm looking forward to. Man, I'm looking forward to my fuel stuff here too. So 95%. Let's talk about fuel because we're almost ready to build it. The facility I want is going to be located here. It's currently an oil tank right here, which we're going to pull resources off of. We have the out here. So this is going to be where the in on the oil is going to be, okay? It's going to be on this side. We want other tanks to be connected to this so that we can have multiple storages of oil to like bank up a supply later as we start piping in more oil from more places. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have an underground pumping station situated. Maybe it needs to be between these two. Yeah, I have to do it between it. So I'm going to say maybe we do this like right behind this. We'll say maybe here. Underground pumping station here. Yes. Like that. Okay. And then what we'll do is I'm just going to have another tank put in. Where is it? Right here. Have one more tank put in right here that will just serve as an extra storage for our oil. All right, and then as we, branch out and we start bringing oil in from other sources, there'll be other reserve tanks as we go throughout that process as well, just to store up extras. But I want two that are right here. And so we're going to say the pipes. This is an underground thing, which I don't really think we needed it, but because of this road, I could have put the road on this side. Yeah, let's just put the road on this side. It is going to be technically cheaper too it this way, so it might look better too. Everything being above ground like this. Yeah, the thing is though, if I want to bring it in from the other side though, look at an input on that side, I might still have to compete with a road. So if I bring it over here closer like this, yeah, this is better. Do it about like this. I could dig that. But it's above ground pipe. Yeah, because now this road's in the way. No, we're just do it underground. Just do it underground. Do it the right way. Okay, just do it. And then we'll go like that with this road. And then this pipe will be underground to there. Okay. All right, this gives me multiple ins for my oil. So I'll place. I didn't see any warning about it. No, the research hasn't completed yet. I haven't seen exactly how big this facility is. Yeah, I mean, I played this game a lot, right? But until you place it in this space, you don't know if it's going to get in the way of different power lines and things like that. So we have to wait for that. This just needs work days. It's not getting done. I'm going to shift this to high priority so that we can get another power conduit, power substation or whatever over here. I'd like to get all of this stuff to be powered. But again, I don't know where this facility has to be, so I'm kind of waiting to place this. But this 235 line is meant for that purpose. So now I want to go ahead and build it because I can. And then this bus stop is meant to bring people over here. Speaking of bus stops, got a bunch of passengers waiting here. Let me pause this really quick. And this line isn't spaced, but we're only bringing workers in this line. And we need a way for them to go back and forth here too. And I thought I had done that already, and it turns out I haven't. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my spare bus. I've got one bus left over here, I think. Yep. And it's all 0% and repaired and everything's good. We're going to take you and just tell you to do this. That's your task right there. You're just going to go back and forth between these two stops. This is going to let students from this side, get over there. And I think that's great. All right, did we get our mechanical components brought in? It doesn't look like it. I think temporarily, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say that you get your mechanical components from our auto repair center. I wasn't really keen on doing that because I didn't want to steal them from this, but you have them in stock. So I want my covered hulls to just grab this and complete those construction projects. We just need to do that. Food is 11. We got lots of crops in here. And research is finished. Okay, 1 second. So with research being done on fuel, we can now build it. I'm going to get edification going, assuming that this is going to be finished. With the mechanical components now being accessible. Ugh. All right, fine. You know what? Here. Go to the border and get them. I need you to finish it. Mechanical components is like everything right now, so... Got the crane over here ready to rock, right? We just need steel brought over here. Yeah, once again, sorry for the cuts. Fatherly duties. I actually just got secured babysitting, a daycare service that is reasonably priced. It's not as big and awesome as like some of the other facilities in the area, but the price is more reasonable. And like I said before, I'm going to spend 100% of all YouTube memberships People who hit the join button, thank you so much for that support. 100% of that money and Patreon money is going to childcare. And that directly translates to me being able to make more content, which is why this series has been able to post daily lately. You might have noticed the frequency went up, right? It's been able to post daily lately. I'm able to record more frequently, and that's going to mean more uploads. So I'll be able to accelerate this process then. Okay, so I think we can start edification again and get that going, but it's not going to be done for a while. And so hopefully by the time it is done, this storage will be completed and I can start having biological waste all sent to this location instead of mixed waste over there. That will also cut down on the amount of mixed waste that we store as well. And this is full. Yes, it is. This is full. But this is done. So let's change this. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, you guys have another dump to go now. Onwards. That's not the right truck. There you go. Garbage trucks. Go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Anyway, yeah, so I'm able to record more now. So hopefully that's going to find a lot of you well and you can keep up. This says it's 127%. I disagree with this assessment because I feel like if this thing is at 51%, and you are at 127, doesn't make sense for you. So we're going to say this one's a higher priority. If you can pull from this one, then you pull from this one. I don't know if that matters. Hitting that button, I don't know if that matters, but we're gonna give it a try. All right. So yeah, we're selling clothes now. We should be. That truck is on its way out doing that stuff. We got a couple of different vehicles here that are going to be doing stuff too. Lots of wood coming in. We're going to start selling boards through the train station. I mean, I've kind of covered everything I wanted to cover today other than just, having this completed and getting the resources out to the farm. It's January. As long as this farm is completely done before April, I'll be good to go because I'm just going to buy all the vehicles. I'll take the loan. I'll buy all the vehicles I need, get them all into this area, and then we're going to start having fuel delivered over here too, which will be great. And then this stuff needs to go too. So we're working on edification now, right? And so what I want to do is we're going to go over to our fossil fuels. And now we can... I'm sorry. Why can't I do this? Requires refinery project. But I just did that. I just did that. You have to reload the game for this? Hold on. Oh, no way. You dicks. Oh, you suck. You suck, game. How you expect me to do all this before I can get this? You jerks. I got to do bitumen first. Well, we're gonna need edification anyway. So edification will continue to be the research we do now, and we'll continue to build the infrastructure that we're gonna need for oil later. I guess I want to have a bunch of tanks in here too to store the oil, and then I also want to have a loading station here for trains so that they can load it. I was actually thinking about maybe putting that right here. The loading station for the train, it would end up being, it's going to be, where is it? Rail. It's not this, it's this. We put this in here about like this, and then whenever the train needs oil, it would just come and grab it from here and then take it wherever it needs to go. But we also want a fast path to export it as well if we're going to sell it. And so that also puts it fairly close to the border. It would have to cross, most likely. I don't know. That train track is, yeah, it's going to be raised up here, and then I'll have it cross over top on this side, and then it will come over and hook up to that line. I think that's how that's going to run. So this will be where we load fuel from, okay? So we process it here, and then the fuel exports go to tanks that are located here, which pipe over to where they are going to be picked up, which is over here. Okay. And then we want enough room for that train to turn around, if possible, too. So I'm thinking we go kind of... Maybe here would be okay for this. I just have to pipe it all the way here, which is a long way to pipe it. But I'm trying to think about the train traffic, and I don't want trains stopping here. Like, I don't want it to disrupt this road. So I want the train to stop back over here where it's not in the way. So I'm willing to pipe it extra if it keeps the trains out of the way. So I think we'll put it maybe... maybe this direction. This seems okay. It's all about which direction the pipe comes in on, which I might have room over here for like a pump, so... No, I'm going to flip it this way. I know it doesn't matter. Most of you guys are like, just choose, just make up your mind. I'm thinking ahead, okay? And you don't necessarily know what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking ahead of like where I'm going to place certain things and how I'm going to have to situate the pump and all that stuff, right? So that's what's happening here, okay? So if that's there, then the train now has all of this room. Once this gas station's out of the way, we'll have this come around. It'll go over top of this, and it will run right alongside this. Over top of the... This is a distribution network thing, so it'll run over top of the farms. Are we still buying mechanical components? Is that what this is? Because we're not buying steel anymore. I thought we're still buying mechanical components. Let's stop that. That's meat. That's mech components. Yep. Let's stop that import and then also bring you back to here for your resources, please. And then you are going to get your resources from this source as well. All right. Mechanical components is still over there. We could actually bring them here later on, or maybe even right here would be a better fit. But like, there's so much stuff coming through this factory or through this warehouse that I'd rather not do that. You know, I'd just rather not. I'd rather not deal with that. So it's just work days, man. It's just work days. January 18th. Come on now. These mechanical components, though, they're killing me. 6.2 tons. You're going to deliver 4.7. Are you? No, that's going to a water substation. But you can get them from here. So we should still be able to deliver them here. We're almost done with the composting plant, too. There you go. 1.5 left, and then work this. I need that done before edification, so I can immediately employ edification. As soon as edification is done, they're all going to be delivering their biological waste like this, right? So we'll have like maybe 5. Let's go 6 here like this. 5 should be okay on these, I think, actually. So we'll do 5. This is why I'm reserving these now when I place them, so I don't forget. But now I'm going to go through and actually do it. So I don't think we need this many hazardous waste containers. We should have more biological waste containers. This is a hospital after all. So I think we'll... Yeah, hazardous waste is more hazardous. So I guess we'll do that. I mean, we have one that's got a lot here too. So just add a couple bio containers there as well. Over on like all of these, right? We just need to go through each one of these and make sure that there's dedicated bio containers. They won't use them until edification completes, but once it does complete, it's very important that they use them. I think that's pretty good. Over here, we want to have bio waste containers reserved. Let's go with like 5. I don't think we need that many. 4 is good there. Over here, we'll do another 4, let's say. And then maybe we'll do like 4 here along with the hazardous waste. And then on this side over here, I think we've been just grabbing the waste directly, which is not good because that means we can't separate it. And we want to separate it for sure. So we want to put in another one of these little ones. I'm not sure this counts as industry. I think it's just these little ones is what we need. So I put this... Yeah, something like right here next to this. Get that going. It's a quick construction project too, so we can get separation of stuff there. And take a look at budget really quick. Foreign manpower is still a thing. Now, why is foreign manpower still a thing? And also, why do you have no mechanical components? Let me take a look at this. Did I switch these? Oh, this is why it's still a thing. I missed these guys. I'm going to have you grab people from here and bring them over here. Yes, that. You silly billies. All right. That will remove, I hope anyway, that will remove the problem there. That's a big problem there. We actually don't need as many cars now, I think. Because we're going a lot less distance, we can probably pull back on the number of vehicles that are on that line. So why don't we take a look at your line? And I can pull this vehicle here. Let's say we pull this vehicle off this line and maybe send it over to, I don't know, the deconstruction office or something. We can pull it to just anywhere, really. I just want to sit. Where is it going? I lost where I was. Just set it down over here. We don't need as many vehicles now. So I think 7. There's 7 passengers in each one there. So I don't see any workers waiting yet, but you know, that might just be because nobody's going there to work. I mean, nobody's going there to work. So that makes sense, I guess. I probably should get construction on these buildings ready to go. This one can't be done. It hasn't been started yet because there's no walking path. We're going to give it the luxury treatment here and do it like that. Very good. Oh, also, walking paths. Wanted to talk about this too. So gravel paths now say 87% instead of the 115 or something percent that it said before. I forget what it was, 112 or something. And going on that note, asphalt footpaths say 95 and asphalt footpaths with lamps say 100. So these did not get nerfed. These did not get their distances changed or anything, okay? They're all mostly the same. However, what's been changed is what the default walking speed is and what the default, the maximum walking distance, right? It went from 400 meters to 480 meters. Okay, so that's the scale at which how far people can walk. It went from being a maximum 400 to a maximum 480. That doesn't necessarily mean that the distances have increased for everybody, but what it means is that these percentages can now be more accurate. So this is the 100% of that maximum, rather than having the percentages exceed 100% and you wondering what that means. Okay, so this is now 480 meters, I guess, maximum on that. And then you go down from there, 95, and then 87, and then 50% of that, okay? So if you notice that these percentages are different in your own game, don't freak out and go, what? No, they can't walk as far now. What's up with that? No, it's just the way, it's just that the math is different in the percentages because of that, okay? They jumbled the numbers around, okay? Hopefully that makes sense to you. Get more professors. Is there any place else I need to alter for garbage? On this side, we have biological. Yep. Have more storage there too. Over here, we should probably do it. Hang on. Anytime I see this, I get freaked out. Okay. They're almost here. But why didn't you drop off all your freaking workers? Why didn't you do it? Oh, because you're going this way. You've opted to take this path instead of going straight. That's curious, but okay. More heat. These intermittent outages of heat are generally okay because each individual building has its own storage tank, and so it can last a little bit without the heating plant running. But, I mean, yeah, you generally don't like that. Stop production. Coal power plant. Oh, so power plant keeps stopping in production too. The winter, right? I just need more people. I don't have enough people for this. So I've gone over and switched this at the very start of the video. I don't even know if I mentioned this because this is 2 different days in this video. I'm sorry. For me, it's 2 different days. But I switched this over to import so that the plant won't keep going. So essentially, we're gonna be producing our own power in the Republic. But in the moments, in those very few moments where we can't produce our own power because of these intermittent outages, we draw it from the grid. So that's our security right now until we can get that under control. there's so much mixed waste, man. And you know, the thing is, a lot of this is biological waste. A lot of this is stuff that is like we should be using, right? And it's degrading over time and everything, right? So like there's over 5% of this is biological waste. Over 10% of this is biological waste, right? Over 10% is this. And then there's burnable stuff too. And all the burnable stuff, we definitely want to burn this to get that clean ash so that it will just dissipate on its own later. But we have to sort that in order for that to work. And before I start burning things, I want to have power. I don't want to build this incinerator. I'm putting off building this incinerator until I can build this one. That way, I get electricity from burning this, and it still gives us the clean ash, but at least I get electricity from it. So that's what I'm looking to do later. So I think the order of research, if you're looking at my plans here, what the order of research is for me right now, I guess it's bitumen. I was going to do this one next, but okay. So we're going to have edification, then we're going to go with bitumen, then refinery, and honestly, we might need to actually not do refinery. I might need to just, because we're going to build up waste too fast. I think maybe not refinery next. I think instead we'll do edification, then then energy from waste, then bitumen, then refinery. That way I can start burning some of this, but I need to sort it before I can burn it. Ah, damn it. Oh, that's screwing everything up, man. You know what? I probably need this space to sort trash. I should do it, right? I should just sort the trash over here. Set up a temporary sorting facility right over here. I don't think I can... I don't think I can just not do that, right? We could also set up a waste treatment plant, I suppose, too. It's kind of expensive. Waste treatment is actually the start of my chain that I'm going to do over here. So I'm doing like sort of a waste processing chain that I've got designed in my head, and also in another save to make sure it works. I've got a little waste processing thing that I'm going to do over here. This entire area, probably this road actually goes and backtracks a little bit too, but this entire area gets transformed into a giant scrapyard, basically. And that process begins with hazardous waste processing. And so one of the things I could do, I suppose, is to kind of lay out the plans. Maybe we'll do that next video. We'll lay out some of the rail plans at least. And, you know, maybe start positioning some of the things that we can at least position and build. I haven't designed it yet here with you because these buildings are locked, and therefore I cannot even place the plans for them. And I need these buildings, especially these two. Specifically, this one here is my biggest, most important one. This one needs done, and this one needs done in the recycling tree in order for me to be able to do that. And so I've just kind of been putting off that and saying, okay, well, hey, here's what we'll do. We'll just keep storing the waste. But the waste just keeps piling up, and I don't want to have to keep building these dumps. So I might need to work on it, you know? Like, if I position it here, if I position the scrap yard here temporarily, I can sort through all this stuff and divide it up with construction waste and metal scraps and all that kinds of stuff, and then have that storage. But then I have nothing. I can't do anything with it, you know? And while that's happening, it's also less waste that I'll be able to process. So it's a tough call. I don't know. What would you do in this situation? You know, if you know that you have a permanent installation that you want to spend resources on, and you know that it's very expensive for steel. It's very steel heavy to do this. So I can't make my own until I get this set up, and then I can scrap things, which I have a scrapper in mind. It's going to be right here. There's definitely a scrapping system going. It just needs the other plans in place so that I know where to space it. With knowing that that's going to be a thing in the future, would you just keep building dumps and then transfer it over there so that it can be worked with? Because the stuff that's burnable waste and the biological stuff, it does go away very slowly over time. It does go away. You can see this number is ticking down. So there is other stuff here that is going to slowly deplete within these piles. But ultimately, there's no way to keep up with this if we just keep building more dumps. So, yeah, that's my prerogative right now, is I really want to get the research for all of this done. I really want to get all the scrapping research done, but I also need to deal with fuel, and I just don't have the people for it. I can take out a gigantic loan and just make sure that we have tons of smart people for the warehouse or for the technical university, but my housing is actually getting close to full. This house over here is the only one that's got like a lot of space left, and we can educate them. Let's bring in a bunch of foreign workers here. We can educate them too. So there's a lot to consider here. There's a lot to look into and to try to figure out. That's the end of the snow, and so we should be able to get a pretty consistent workflow through here. So I'm going to turn this back to 15 people so that I can get, more people working in this establishment. And then once we have this running, I can consistently now with the extra buses being able to move faster, we should get this consistently moving now. And so with that done, we can switch back on the power exports, I believe. Let's double check this. We'll switch this back on really quick. Make sure the work shifts aren't going to end. It's an 8-hour shift, and then the bus is coming to drop off another 9 workers. We don't have enough workers. Workers is always the bottleneck. You will never have enough workers in this game, man, I swear. It's just not something... We never have enough. They're already gone. But at least there's a few people to replace them. All right. Well, with all this out of the way, the farm is done. It's February 26th. The farm is done. And we can have a bunch of fertilizer popped into these containers. We can actually extend this, I think, because this only stores 75 tons of fertilizer, which is pretty cool, I suppose. That's pretty cool. I would like this road to be done. Temporarily, we're going to do this so that I can access these fields, but eventually I want that connected here. We should probably look at doing this road. Make sure this road is added to construction now so the dumpers have something to do. Now that we have, now that winter's over with, we can definitely move around a little bit more. This is going to be for biological waste, right? And we also need power over here too. So let's look at power really quick. Substation needs to be able to access the farm and kind of everything else. So it looks like to me, if I position this right in here, like that, that gets me... Oh, come on. Right there. Right there. That gets me power to all 4 of these things. I like that. That's nice. We'll place that there. And then I think we need another one over here for this gas station. And so I'll have... Yeah, this stuff's not going to be powered yet. It'll be powered by whatever the substation is over here. So we can put in another substation, I think. Maybe we bring it on this side. That way we can also have it power over here. I like that idea. We'll have this go, let's say on this side, right up against the road. Right here. Flip it over this way. That way, as we expand out this way, we'll still have power accessible there. So this needs to hook up there. There we go. And it doesn't get in the way of the field. It's still 1.57. Fertility's somewhat improved, right? It just, it takes a while. This is now 100%, just sitting around doing nothing. Very good. Fertilizer will help with that too. So what I need now is, I think actually, with this being a 235, I think what I want to do, since this is a high-end line, is I'm going to add a switch. This is a high voltage switch, a medium voltage switch right on the corner here. And we can pop this to be connected over here like that. Trying to get it to where it only gives me... It's going to require me to do 2 posts. Not a whole lot I can do about that, I guess. What if I went like this? It's still the same number of posts. Yeah, there's no way around that, so we'll just do it. So let's get that added as a high priority for construction as well. So we can get power routed out this way. Now, the only reason to need power in this building is if you want to have your vehicles refuel here. But we could set up a temporary gas station here if I have one left, and I do. We could set up a temporary gas station just to allow the vehicles that we currently have to refuel. So I'm going to put that right over here, I think. Let's put it connected to this farm road. We'll put it like right here for now. It's temporary anyway. We'll have our fuel rats. Where are you? Right here. Hi, fuel rats. We have 20 connections already. I don't have any more distribution offices, correct? I think I'm out. I have 5 out of 5, yeah. I really hate that these are locked. These distribution offices are locked. I just hate that so much. Okay, then what we'll have to do is we're going to get my spare cistern. Where is it? My spare cistern here. We're going to have to bring you over to the border, load fuel, and then we're going to have you load here and wait. You don't have to wait till unloaded. You're just going to unload fuel here. You're going to do that for a little while, and then once you're done doing that, what I'll do is I'll add... I don't have another spare road depot even. Wow. I'm just tapped out, man. This doesn't have any vehicles. I guess I could pop it in a construction office just to keep it around, but this crane and stuff, like, these things really should be located somewhere else. Like, they should be located over where workers are going to be. And I just, yeah, right there. Just pop it over there instead. We can get rid of this construction office. But I don't have another road depot, so I think I should put one in. Just a spare road depot somewhere. How about one right here? How about I will put one right here, after all. And bus end stations would probably be a good thing to add too, to space out our routes better. Probably have to look at that, but I think I'll put a road vehicles depot right over here. It's gonna be dirt roads. Doesn't have to be fancy. And then we need to purchase vehicles. Right now, we could look to purchase used vehicles, and maybe, maybe that's the better fit here. I don't know. Let's take a look at sowing fields. So there's only one tractor. It's 58%. It's 6 years old. I really don't want to have to deal with maintenance this far out, especially for their first year and everything. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to let these guys come over here and do it. We're going to say that this road continues on for now, all the way over to here, just to kind of give these guys a shorter path. So hopefully the farm equipment will decide to go this way to get in here instead of using this road. We'll see, because they're slow, so they should be able to use it. And then we're going to need to order this. So we have harvesters. There's only a few. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 12 vehicles here. So I think we'll go 4 harvesters. Ideally, I would want 6 and 6, but there's no more distribution offices. So, like, how am I supposed to gather the crops without a distribution office? Like, effectively, I can't, right? I can't do it very well. So we need to have at least a few spots here for trucks. Sowing, I think we'll go with these ones here. 1, 2. I don't have any money. Yep. Yep. The good news is we're not really getting that much more in debt, right? We were this much in debt the last time I borrowed, so it wasn't that bad. So I'll just borrow $1 million. God, we're going to have $2 million loans now. This is gross. I don't want that much. I don't need to go that much in debt here. Let's go 920. And then 8, 4, 8, 1, 3, 6. Okay. I don't remember how many I've already bought. I wish it would show me. Can you show me? Here, we'll let it run. They're gonna come out of here one at a time anyway, right? So 1 tractor. Look at it go. 2. I should have 3 vehicles here, ideally. Is it 3 and 3? I'm just watching them. They are taking this dirt road, though. That's what I wanted them to do. Stay off the main roads. I think it's 3 and 3. I thought for sure I hit this button 4 times already. But it might only be 3. And then we need covered hulls, too. Let's see. We don't have anything new in here. Or anything else in here. So it looks to me like I've got 3 tractors and 3 harvesters. Yes. Okay, so we'll need 1 more of each. So 1 more harvester and 1 more tractor. So 1, get that going so it can leave and get ahead of the other ones. And then we'll go 1 more harvester. It gives us 8 vehicles in here, and then I need covered hulls. And we want the maximum capacity, of course, because they're going to have to... we're kind of limited on the vehicles here. So total capacity, this one's new as of 66. It can haul 10 crops, and it's a little bit cheaper. So these are like unique vehicles to the farm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that will be our farm. And they have all these crops that they're going to work. And they can reach every single one of them. So it's just a matter of time now. We're going to have our... hopefully we get our cistern here, our spare cistern. Can go ahead wherever it is and drop off the fuel. I don't know which one it is, but our spare cistern somewhere is going to bring fuel here. Maybe it's going to choose to use this road too. I don't know. We could start looking at maybe getting this stuff to be laid in as gravel. Because we're going to start working this road a lot more. So we should maybe look at this being gravel in the near future. We got 3 trucks. 3 tractors, sorry. It should be 4 and 4, and then... It should be 4, 4, and 4, I believe. 4 of these, 4 of those, and then... They're not going to be lined up cleanly here, but that's what it should be, I think. And then the tractors will have to go all the way over here for fuel, unfortunately, because this is the only place where fuel is right now. So they're going to have to go here for fuel at the moment, but eventually they'll be able to use the other one as soon as that fuel truck drops it off, which I don't know where that's going to be or when that's going to be. But okay, so there you go. There's the farms. It's laid in. We're going to start getting our own crop supply in. Research didn't quite go as planned, but we do have edification going right now. And so I should see biological waste is now building up in these containers. This is perfect. This is exactly what we want. And with that being spread, with biological waste being a thing, we can now switch to having bio waste delivered here. And now all of our garbage trucks will deliver the bio waste to this specific location. And that's going to allow us to get people working in the composting plant, which I think is probably more important than the repair shop right now. So what I kind of want to do is to take these 2 microbuses here. Let's get this one, for example, and we'll change this one's route. Actually, let's do that. Let's take this bus that doesn't have anybody in it. We're going to say that you go to the Charlevance bus station here. Let's have you go to this one. Okay. And you're going to load workers, of course. And then you're going to drop those workers off right over, right there. Okay, you're going to bring them directly to this place here, okay? And then you'll just delete that. So you're going to go here, pick up your workers, and then you unload people there. That's going to be your new route. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and copy that route over to this bus too. And then you guys can all be spaced out, and we can start bringing people over to start composting things. Okay? I think that's fantastic. We are going to need a bus end station. That's going to be needed for really properly spacing all the buses out. So I'll look at doing that later too. But this video is incredibly long. I would apologize for it, but I know you guys really like that kind of thing. So there you go. Here's a long one for you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.